Crap. Just crap. Crap. Bitcoin is shitting the bed here again. Crypto largely crashing. How you guys feeling? It's going to be important. Today is going to separate a lot of us. A lot of us are going to throw in the towel today. Maybe not on this channel, maybe on this channel. A lot of people are going to throw in the towel. Maybe they'll be right. Maybe they'll regret it. I don't know the future. I wish I knew the future, guys. If you know the future, let me know. By the way, you are allowed to cry in this casino. Go ahead. Bring it in. Bring it in for a hug. We're gonna cope together today. We're gonna cope. The run, it could be over. I still don't think it is. But that's just my opinion. You guys know I'm bullish. I'm always bullish. I've been in crypto for many years. I've seen this before. We've seen the top be in before. It's not a fun experience, but not our first one. It's not even our first one that we're going to stream through. And eventually it all comes back, right? Sometimes it waits longer than we like. Sometimes we lose patience. That's okay. It's all right. But we've done it before. We'll do it again. I'm not convinced. It's going to take a lot to convince me. Honestly, it's going to take so much to convince me unless it's next year. Like once it's 2026, then I'll be a lot more open. Part of it's just hopium. Part of it's my wants. I want it to go higher. I want it to keep going. That would benefit me. Part of it is that it just doesn't feel like we ever really got a bull run. Bitcoin didn't even 2x 2021's high, and 2021's high was largely a disappointment. Like 20K to 69K, that was some bullshit. Now we're going 69K to 125. That diminishing return factor feels bad, and it leaves the question of, okay, so the top's in, and now we wait 4 years. What will that look like in 4 years? Well, if you keep doing that math, and the math does not sound good. I mean, well, you go from 69, it's I don't even know it off the top of my head, like 80% maybe increase, what? From 21, let's do this quick. 80, wow, sometimes I can get math, bros. 80%, so well, we look for like less than an 80% increase into the next 4 years. And it's like, wait, you get like a 60%. That, I mean, 200K doesn't sound bad, but for another 4 years, that'd be rough. That would be rough. These cycles have felt largely crappy. And maybe that's the reason I'm just not ready to throw in the towel. Again, for those of you tuning in, I don't know the future. We'll look at ICP. Don't worry, guys. Chill. Apparently, there's some stuff pumping. I don't know the future. I've never known the future. I've never pretended to know the future. I'm not going to bullshit you. I just share with you what I see on the chart, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking in real time. And there's been long periods of time where we've been right and we've made lots of money on just my gut feeling. There's been times where I've been wrong for long periods of time. It just happens. What I do know, though, is we are going to be here. This channel will be here. Hell or high water, we'll be here, boys. And you're welcome. You're invited here no matter what. Whether you're afraid, whether you're selling in panic, whether you're looking at this as an opportunity, you are welcome here, and you're welcome to share with us how you're feeling. I did tweet earlier today that, I can pull it up. You would think that after all these years, I'd be like ready and be like, well, I'm going to talk about this. Maybe I should pull it up before I go live. I don't. Here we go. Tweeted this earlier today. This is factual. This is true. This doesn't guarantee the bottoms in the time you're wrong, but this is true. Something that this bull run has largely lacked versus others has been these really testing moments. It feels more like the entire run was one long, drawn out, slow testing moment. But the previous runs that we have watched together here have absolutely been marked by this. Big days of very scary price action with big news and big scary events going on. Like right now, the elections, the voting going on, there's so much weirdness, especially on Twitter. There's so much weirdness with this. People are on edge, whether they're voting for this guy or voting against this guy. Everyone seems to be on edge. We had CZ his like Aster pump thing. That caused a lot of panic. We have yesterday was Wintermute was suing Binance, to which I've seen no evidence that that's happening. CZ being pardoned, the government being shut down. Like, it's just all these layers of this cake. When I say FUD, really what it means is like just a logical reason. So it's inside reason and logic to be bearish and to be afraid, and the price tends to match that in the previous runs. And these events would very typically mark, if not the bottom, right, but large rallies. We would see this like kind of capitulation of sentiment event. People throw in the towel, and there's reason. Mt. Gox. I'm surprised we're not hearing about goddamn Mt. Gox right now. Like, oh, Mt. Gox is they're going to sell all their Bitcoin again. That would be amazing. Maybe some more quantum stuff, like everything. And here we are. We're feeling it again. So hopefully this will age well. Yesterday's stream didn't really age great. We had still not broken October 10th low. I didn't really think we were going to. Here we are, blasting down. Coinbase, the damage has been done, right? We've seen some damage already. Coinbase has traded under 100K, which is actually really interesting because Binance USDT pairs, the ones that went lower on Friday, October 10th, actually didn't break 100K. Kind of interesting. Binance only had 100,000, Coinbase lower, yet Coinbase held better October 10th. It's all backwards. It's all weird. But 100,000 has been breached on Coinbase. And that's the chart that I tend to use. We got a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff up here. This is something worth talking about again. We had an episode maybe 2 weeks ago about the death cross. For a very little amount of time, it felt as if Bitcoin maybe was just going to retake 114 and we wouldn't see it. Very short, very brief amount of time. 48 hours maybe. But it's time to revisit this. The death cross is coming now. I'm not going to do a whole episode on it. Not going to sit here for 45 minutes and go through. You can go back and watch that stream. It was a good one. I edited it or cut it so it's just the death cross talk on that one. You can go back and watch. It's equally relevant today as it was when we did it. The short story is that each death cross we have seen in this bull run, each time we've had one each year, has marked the bottom of the move for that year. We saw it in 23, September. We saw it again in August of 24. We saw it again earlier this year in April, and it also marked the bottom a third time. Now, what we haven't seen is two death crosses in 1 year during this cycle. This is different. This is different versus what we've seen in the last 3 years, to put it that way. We can lean on the idea that when this happens, we will see the bottom again and we'll rally. With this sell-off, that's looking like the timeline has moved up. The lower we stay, the longer we stay, the lower we stay in price, the faster that this cross will happen. There's, of course, the possibility that it doesn't mark the bottom. That price doesn't recover from the death cross. And the run's over or it looks different or something. There's always that possibility. But so far, we have seen a very easy, digestible pattern. Cross happens, bottoms in, peak FUD, and then we move up. The timeline for this cross has moved up. So let's clean up this chart. Get rid of, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. That's pretty clean. We'll realign our moving averages. This is a very ballpark method. This is not, I don't know. You'll never find this in a classic technical analysis book. But it's that death cross. Let's update it. Let's look at where we might be looking. I like to pull far back if you can, especially for the longer moving averages. Timeline's moved up. Originally, we had seen the end of November back here when we still weren't really sure what was going to happen. In that video, we talked about the potentials of ranging here, drawing it out longer, trading above 114, avoiding it altogether, and then, of course, trading lower and that cross accelerating. That does seem to be what we're seeing. It would take a hell of a move. It would take a hell of a move to take that off the table. We'd have to see like today close all the way back up, into the weekend, trade all the way to 114 or something. That's definitely possible, but that isn't where we're at yet. So I'm not going to quite go that hopium. Not yet. We'll save that for when we really need it. Looking like Monday, Tuesday, November 15th, 17th, right around here, midway through the month, our new date for said cross. That'd be nice. I really would like to see it happen sooner. Let's just get this out of the way. What about Friday? Can we just opt for Friday? Would that be cool? Let's look at Friday. The longer we stayed on here, like if we close this daily candle today, we look 50 candles back. And we're going to start losing some of these higher candles while adding lower candles. That's going to accelerate this 50. This actually realistically could happen much quicker than we would think. Hold up. Today's Tuesday. Let's do Sunday. By Sunday, we will be losing these candles into Monday. We'll be adding lower candles. This could accelerate very quickly. It's hard to estimate what that might look like. If price stays all the way down here at 100 or hell, even trades lower, I mean, this could happen by the end of the week. This could really start to pick up momentum. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'd like to at least just get this off the table, because if we have a cross and it doesn't play out like we've seen this entire cycle so predictably, that's probably a pretty compelling piece of evidence to be bearish. It probably is. I think the bleeding is largely done for today. For today. That's a pretty big candle. Yesterday closed 3.6%, and that's not big for Bitcoin, but it's big for Bitcoin this run, I guess. Followed by what is now 5.5. We've been up here so long that I've kind of just lost track of some of these some of these like bigger time frame levels. ICP doesn't pump in a bear market, says Bald Eagle. It doesn't seem like it bumps in a bull market either. Bald Eagle. We'll look at ICP. Don't worry, brother. I haven't forgotten. We gotta. I know that you're into ICP and you want to look at it, and that's fine. And hell, it might even be running today, and that would be great. But we got a lot of people. A lot of people are freaking out. Let's get through a little Bitcoin. We'll calm ourselves down a little, and then we'll get into other stuff. We'll get into some harder opiums, some better opiums. Let's see. VWAP from this year. Here we are. Yearly open. Let's mark that. There we go. VWAP from the start of the year. That's actually pretty spicy. Is not here. It just disappears on my chart. Okay. Sure. Visibility hours. Sure. There we go. Right here. Not bad. Interesting. The VWAPs, you can dismiss them if you want, but these VWAPs had a huge play in this price action. We talked about it a lot in October. This 115 level, we talked about that being pretty much all the resistance, the only boss, the only hurdle in our way. And the reason being is, well, confluence overall in the chart, but virtually every single month in this year, not the open, not January, but virtually every month after that, we saw the VWAP line up somewhere around there. There was a lot of coins traded, a lot of volume sitting right there. Yep, there we are. The VWAP was a good signal. We did talk about shorting this level. We talked about shorting 115, 116 many times. I didn't do it. I should have done it. But there was much reason to look to hedge there because of our VWAPs. Now we look at the yearly all the way down here, 101. I would love to see today close above 101. It's not a lot to ask. Currently trading at 100.7. It's like not even a 1% move. Would be a great place to look to settle up today. Would not be moon tomorrow territory kind of signal, but hell, it'd be a good start. Be a good start. Closing below the yearly VWAP is almost certainly a bad sign. Could definitely see some kind of little return here. Get rid of these. They're so messy on the chart. There we are. We can look at all kinds of indicators. We could be like, oh, we got to look at the daily. We got to look at, you know, all these things. I don't know. I don't really know if it will matter too much today. What is likely is on this sell-off, since we have broken what is like 100 days of market structure, on our oscillators, we're likely to see very low oversold hits. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to see a bounce. We're likely to see some divergence, although on the day we don't. RSI fell right through that low. So did price. No bull div. That's interesting. That's unexpected. I would have assumed there'd be bull div on that low. Weekly. Okay, well, the weekly. No bull div either. Wow, we can't catch a break, can we? Can't catch a break. Our low has not broken the price low of March, and it also has not broken the RSI low of March. If price trades lower, that could happen. But it's not there. Weekly support here. We haven't been near these levels in so long that I haven't even been adding them to my chart. The supermoon is tomorrow. It's never failed. I'm ready. I'm ready for the supermoon. Dark and scary times. It's gonna be okay. Bear meat's on sale. Bear meat. Bear meat. It's going to be okay either way. Promise you. Promise everybody. No matter what, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. CME gap filled. 103. Done. Next gap. 97. It's kind of surprising. I'm actually surprised that CME did not fill this gap here. CME tends to have an exaggerated price. Ooh, disconnecting. We disconnected there for a second. Refresh if you're buffering. We just disconnected for like 1 second. It's back. We're back, baby. Trying to shut us down. The whales are always trying to shut us down. In the spiciest of times, they're always trying to shut us down. It's a shame. Just give it a second. Let it settle. Let it settle. What's up, fam? If you're buffering, refresh it. James Wynn's hacking me? Probably. Probably. He's probably hacking us. As if suing us wasn't enough. Now he's got to hack us too. Son of a bitch. No update on that. By the way, while we're kind of just giving the stream a moment to settle here. While we're giving the stream a moment. I've received no papers. James Wynn, hurry it up. Hurry it up, brud. Hurry it up, bruv. Like, I mean, I can deal with getting sued, but I can't deal with sitting here waiting on yo ass to sue me, okay? Chop, chop. Do it. I'm waiting for them papers. It's honestly rude. It's rude to sue someone and not, in a timely manner, get them the papers. No papers means no lawsuit. Of course not. Of course not. I mean, I don't know. The guy is up. The guy is up on his massive short with size. He's up a whole 50 grand. No, I shouldn't highlight that because he was talking more like around here. He's up a whole 50 grand. Rumor has it that he will break even on his 70, I don't even know what it is, $1 million loss. He'll break even if Bitcoin goes to about a negative 120K. It goes about negative 120K. He will break even. He will make it all back that he lost. I, for one, you know, I'm not a vengeful guy. I hope he does it. I hope he makes it. I hope Bitcoin goes to a negative 120K for him. I should sue him for suing you. Well, Flippa, that's the funny part. If he actually did try to sue me, which, let's be real, guys, this guy can't. He's the world's worst trader. He's the world's greatest, worst, whatever scammer. He's like a professional autist. Like, he's not gonna sue me. He can't get his shit together. Let's be real. Let's be real. The real reason, though, in case he is listening, or one of his cronies, the real reason is that if he were to sue me, he would have to dox himself so hard. And I have a feeling that's not in his interest. I have no skeletons. You can come into my closet. No skeletons. Never accepted a penny from any kind of shady, scammy place. Never like promoted things and didn't disclose, never got allocations and projects and showed them. Never did any of these fraudy things. And so I got nothing to hide. Win is a known scammer. It's not even my words. I'm not even saying it. He has a history of like documented. Yeah. So it is what it is. Okay, stream seems good. We're back. We were disconnected. The whales were trying to take us down for a moment. In order to combat what just happened, if you could please hype up the stream a little bit. Hit the like buttons. Subscribe. Put a message in the chat. Vote in the poll. Get it a little hyped up. I'm going to send out 5 gift memberships too. Then we'll look at some of these altcoins that maybe are making us feel good, all right? There you go. I'm going to gift out 5 memberships because we need them today. These memberships come, I know, with the amazing perk of some emojis in our chat. There's not much else, but that alone is priceless. So I'll give you 30 seconds. Make sure you put a message or even spam the chat for a minute. Go ahead. Make sure you subscribe because YouTube gives these out randomly to people who have engaged with the live stream. Give you a second. I'm also killing time while we watch Bitcoin so closely. So closely. Go down to the 1 minute because crypto's crashing. Oh my God. It almost feels like how can it crash when it hasn't truly, it's like you can't kill a zombie because a zombie's not alive. You know, you can't crash if it never really flew. There we go. I'm gonna give some out. You can't stand that win guy next. Market will humble anyone. You know who it really reminds me of? And if I wasn't 100% sure that it wasn't this person, I would think maybe it is. Best guesses in the chat. I'll give you a hint. Their story was a massive crash out. There you go. Isn't he starting to remind you guys of someone? With his energy and his I call it everything. And like it just it's giving Ben. James Wynn, it's giving Ben. Just a little bit. A little bit. Mitch Ray. No, not Mitch Ray. Get out of here. We love Mitch Ray. He also has gone full delusion. Full delusion too. Like dude posting like I called the exact top, and you can go to his Twitter and see on October 9th, or is it 9th or 6th? I don't know. No, 6th. You can go to his Twitter and you can see him tweeting about how Bitcoin's going to 190K. Then Bitcoin crashes. He starts bear posting here at 102 on Binance on October 12th. Starts bear posting, remains bearish, and what? And what is what has happened? Now he's saying, I called it all. I'm the world's greatest. Dude, it's wildly delusional. Honestly, Price, if you want to look at it this way, Price is a full. Hey, why is this Bitcoin Euro? It's supposed to be Binance. If you want to be factual, Price is a whole 1.99% lower than when he turned bearish. So he called it. It's delusion. It's absolute delusion. I don't know, dude. Anyway, we got some charts moving. He's British. I think actually he's from New Zealand, don't you? Where do you guys think he is? I heard that he likely lives in the UK, but why? I don't know why people. I don't know how or why people think that. What's the reasoning? Of course, you guys know me. I'm American. I don't know. I don't know nothing about nobody in the world. I don't know where people are from. I often think that people from the UK. No, wait, sorry. That people from Australia. Not every time, but often. I confuse them with people from the UK. I don't know. It's not all of them, but there's like a lot of people from Australia that sound like they're from the UK. And I'm not even convinced that they know. I don't know. What's your evidence? Delusion happens when what, you lose anything? Yeah. James is from the Midlands in the UK. Birmingham, says Lord Drake. Why do you think that? Why do you think that, Chad? I'm curious. He has my accent, Northern Stoke, Trent UK. Whoa, Dr. Crypto. We just are sleuthing here. Hyping up the stream. Thank you, my friend. ICP having quite a day. This is kind of interesting, guys. Not ICP, right? Whatever. We'll look at the chart. ICP, it's not ICP specifically, though it has had 2 40% days back to back so far. Oh, wait, these are 3-day candles for no apparent reason. Okay, a little bit chiller. Though it is having a hell of a run, 53% today. Let's go. We'll jump into this chart. It is interesting because we do have other coins making similar moves, and actually Dash starting to get my attention here. We've looked at Dash over the last few days, the last few weeks. Dash starting to get my attention. We'll look at all these charts. Let me just jump through them quick. Dash hit 127, hit resistance, sold off so far. TBD. We'll come back. Of course, we have Zec. Zec has slowed down a little bit. Seems like the energy is maybe being borrowed by some other pumps. Zen, almost. I still think this is going to go to like 50 bucks. Hit $25 in the last 24 hours. Now back down to 19. Not a great move, but I still think this is going to go. What was I saying? It's interesting, but man, it is a dangerous game. Chasing these charts that just out of nowhere pump. Let me see what you guys said. Green to Lean called this. It wasn't hard. Basic charting. Awesome. I'm very happy for you. Congrats. Did you short everything? Did you go 100% short? Delulu, yeah. He crashed out hard. He sounds like a bird on Spaces. Well, I trust you guys. You guys are much better. You guys are there, you know. Sounded Northern English, maybe. Yeah, I'm American. We don't really know. Council. I'm just catching up on these. Wow, all the Brits are saying he sounds like a Brit. If the Brits in this chat are willing to take responsibility, willing to claim him, then I think that's confirmed. I think that's confirmed. He did an interview with Crypto Banter. Missing the middle, most likely South Africa. Ooh, Power Friend. That's not that is actually not a bad swing. Sounds like he got a D in his mouth. Man, nobody's disagreeing with you there. Huh. Crypto Banter interviewed him. I'll have to watch that. That's got it. I've never heard anyone bring that up. Was it recently? Jake touched you. File suit. Either way, the whole point of that was I don't think that man wants his info out there. So we'll see. It would be amazing. At this point, I would like him to sue me. He has done damages to me. Oh, that's where this was. He has done damages to me. Some pain and suffering, threatening me, online. I don't feel comfortable traveling right now. There's pain and suffering there. But if he were to sue me, not only would he immediately lose because he has 0 case, I would absolutely countersue him. Well, I would slap. I would get it dismissed on slap. I'd have him pay for my very expensive lawyers, and then I would countersue him, obviously for pain and suffering. Yeah, because it was a frivolous suit, and it was a knowingly frivolous suit. So at this point, I think the publicity would be great for me, for our channel. It would be fun to document step by step. It would be fun to get all this guy's info because he'd have to put it out there to sue me. He'd have to come to the U.S. to sue me too. And yeah, man, probably get made whole for the stress that this has put me through. And I know you guys might think that it isn't stressful because I've held a really great face, but I'm an internet guy. I'm a content creator. I have to keep this face. It is stressful. I don't know this guy. I don't know what his connections are with. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. He seems very unstable. He might try to hurt me. I'm not sure. Actually, I was invited to go to Lisbon for that creator content thing I went to Dubai with last year, but I told him I'm not going to go because of that, because he's threatening me and I don't feel comfortable. True story. Yeah, no, there's stress there. I just wear it well. Okay, privacy on Dash, ICP. What's the ICP concept then? ICP is not privacy. It's in the name. You see me pee. It's not private. It's not private. Maybe it's privacy violating even. What's the narrative here? My narrative is ICP. This is a great candle. I wouldn't touch this personally. Although, what if it's alt season? It goes to infinity. No, I wouldn't touch. Personally, I wouldn't touch this. My narrative would be this. This chart looked really bad. In fact, one of the worst charts May of 21, it was at $700. It traded down to $2.80 in November of last year, the year before. In October, it broke down to a new all-time low just a little bit ago, $1.80. And so what is the likely scenario here? Sellers sold. There were probably some opportunists in this time that got caught on pumps, trying to scalp, maybe, drank the Kool-Aid, right? Some people, there's some. But on October's sell-off, and with the consistent sentiment that we have seen, negative, hopeless, I think that's just capitulation, right? Capitulation of sellers gives us what? It gives us usually a cleared order book to make a move back up. This is my gut feeling. I don't have a crystal ball. Is that this is just a lack of books, lack of liquidity. This is moving directly back to resistance, probably hitting 640, and we'll see what happens there. I have been taken off guard by some of these pumps recently. They pumped farther than I expected, so with a grain of salt, of course. If you can move past 650, looking for about that $9 target. Reasonable, but for me, the same thing I said about Dash yesterday. For me, I'd be closer to a short than a long. It's always hard to argue this, especially when things are so far down, because that liquidity, that cleared order book is impossible to know really how far it can go. It depends how intense the capitulation was. Really depends on where people are looking to get out. I don't know. It could keep moving. But I'd be closer to a short than a long on this. I'm not exactly sure the take profit. Like we can aim and just say the previous resistance below. Make it brain dead if this will cooperate. Right? 6. This is just a concept. Please don't blindly trade or copy anything I do. Gonna do, I don't know, maybe something like that will play out 2-to-1. Managing your risk. Looking to play that previous resistance. It was tested a lot. This is maybe the only argument for this. Maybe I actually want to aim higher. Is it was tested a lot before this sell-off. So it was weakened. This sell-off likely took all of this resistance and panic sold the bottom, freeing it up. And so maybe you reach higher. But I would not be looking personally for a long to play this to $9 or $11, whatever it is. I think that the risk reward is not there for me personally. If you want to trade it, you want to go long on it, I know, do you. I, as always, recommend risk management. Control your loss. I usually say don't ever put yourself in a scenario where you can lose more than 1% of your portfolio in any given trade. Can lead a horse to water, can't make him drink. Be careful. Be careful. If you are bearish on Bitcoin, here's the really thing. If you think the bull market is over and Bitcoin is done and it's just going to go down from here, it doesn't make sense in my experience or observation to go long on random altcoins that are pumping. Doesn't make any sense. If you are bearish overall and you think the bull market's over, you probably shouldn't be looking for longs. You could be looking for shorts. You could be not trading like myself. I haven't been doing many trades. I think either of those can play, can print. Let's go down to like 5. 2.5. But yeah. Be safe out there, fam. Be safe. I know a lot of people got wrecked. I know a lot of people lost a lot of money in the last 24 hours, in the last month. Do not fall into the trap of I have to make it all back by taking on more risk. That is the trap that the most traders fall into. You lose money and it's natural to feel like I have to get it back. But I have never in my life seen that work out. Every single time someone has been in that mindset and come to me and been like, what should I do? I have seen them fail. Making it all back, taking on more risk, great way to end up with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zcash taking a break. Although, let me look at the chat for a minute. Bitcoin ETH tanking hard. Uh-oh. Great stream. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody here. Are we cooked, chat? What's up, Zach Martin? My guy. How you doing? Sitting on your hands? That's what I'm doing. How's Professor Beans? She's doing good. She just went to the vet again. She has to go to the vet regularly now. Getting her tested for Cushing's disease. You know, she's turning 14. No music. You know, we can turn on music. She's turning 14. We can turn on music, but I think right now people need to relax a little, calm down. Just listen to the hypnotic voice. Take comfort, soothe. Every time you hear my voice, you will feel calm. You will relax. You will feel better. Take a moment. Here we are, baby. Here we are, Zigzag. Here we are. You just need a 50x long to make it all back. You guys. We are in denial mode. It's possible. It's possible, I said, not denying it. Aha! Gotcha. I gotcha. You open a Bitcoin long? I'd probably be closer to long than short here on Bitcoin. No Grizz in the background. It's dampening your mood, I know, Zach. I know. ICP keeps going. Yeah, we're looking at the pumpers. We're looking at the pumps. 640. Let's see what happens at 640. Something tells me we're going to see a little turnaround. And you guys say, hey, Tom, you're just being bearish because you're Kent. Well, we did talk about Dash in the last bit. We did nail Dash on the pullback. Let's go. But we talked about 127 just yesterday, I believe. It did pump past 127, and I will give it to the naysayers and to my haters out there that it did. That's quite a wick, man. That ran resistance by 16%. But I said here I was closer to a short than a long. How would this have weathered? How would this have failed or fared? Probably would have gotten stopped out had it taken a short. Like 20%, you'd have to be on 5x or less, which is what we should be using. And on something like Dash, you just shouldn't be using leverage, really. But you guys do as you do. That isn't the worst rejection I've seen. That's not the worst. If I was looking to long Dash, I'd probably take 116. Probably like right about here. Damn, there's a big risk to reward to the upside. Or I'd look for the retest of 127 as the short. That isn't the worst though. It's not a rejection. It's very reminiscent of its previous pullbacks where it hit a high, multiple taps, and then just kind of crunched down. Again, likely another one where there's just probably not sellers left. Who in the F, I keep saying this about these coins, who in the F was talking about Dash early this year, Q1 of this year? He was talking about Dash. They might have been talking about it Q4 of 24 when it pumped. But by, I don't know, April, May, June, July, down here at all-time low, who was buying it? Nobody. People started buying it once it started moving, as crypto does, which is why it's amazing to see people get so bearish sometimes. They're like, oh, it can't ever go up. It never goes up. It's like, dude, people buy stuff when it goes up. They don't think about it. It's not rational. It's not logical. It's not smart. But number go up makes number go up. That is just factual. People likely buying now have bought, maybe they bought at 42. Some of you took this trade. Hell yeah. Well done. Please don't blindly copy my trades. But if you came to that conclusion, you like that trade, well done. This is likely just the books are clear. There's just sellers are gone. I don't think, and here's the bad news, is I don't think that brings you to all-time highs. I don't think that sellers being gone takes you back, right? I think it brings you to where there are sellers left. There are definitely people trapped here. All the way up here. Most of them have quit by now, but there's definitely more than a few who want to get the F out of this. If you want a good comparison, I imagine that's true about Litecoin. Litecoin, there you go. I'm taking one for the team here to compare. I'm sure there are many people who would like to sell their Litecoin at $250 to $400. Yeah. Many of them have quit. Many of them have capitulated. But I'm sure there are. Let's be careful with Dash. Be very careful. You should always ask yourself when you feel FOMO and you feel like you have to jump into a coin, you should always ask yourself kind of these three things. Is one, where did you hear about it? Like, why? Where did you see this? What brought this to your attention? It's a good question to ask, just to establish a baseline. Evaluate that to start. And then, why is it that you feel FOMO? Or why do you want to get into it? What is the reason? And you might have an answer for yourself. Well, the narrative and the fundamentals and the use case, sure. Then at least you've established why. 99% of the time, it's going to be number went up. Number went up, and me, monkey brain activate now, me number go up more. And that's fair. I mean, that's fair. It happens. And then ask yourself, what are you willing to lose? What are you willing to bet on that? Right? How much more do you think it's going to go up? You've already seen it. You've already seen a pump. That's why you're buying it. How much more do you think it's going to go up? Because a lot of the times in these scenarios, our brain runs away and tells us forever. And it's like, okay, back to all-time high. It's 1,300%. That's nothing to scoff at. That's insane. But that's all-time high. Up to, $300, maybe the next major resistance up here, 300, 500. It's like 180%. Again, nothing to scoff at, but is that like life-changing in the sense of how much are you putting on? How much are you willing to lose on this? Multiplied by 180%, whatever, 1.8. Is the risk to reward there? And once you've asked yourself these questions, go ahead, right? But at least you've calmed down, you've disconnected from it, and you've thought about it. That's what I'll say. Can we look at SNEC? Yep, ICP. ICP giving me that alert already. Wow. Woo. Shoot. Look at that. In 5 minutes, it went 5%. 650. Let's go. I'm going to put these tickers in the title because they're a little spicy. Got 1,500 live viewers. Pretty good for a non-FOMC one. ICP Zec dash pump. Is anything else pumping? We can look at it. We can look. Let's go. Let's do it. Where are we going? I think that this is the short. To be real. May I get wrecked again? Whoa. Hey. May I be wrecked again? Erectus. 640. I mean, yeah, you're looking at that trade. You got 10 cents up already on it. This take profit's probably too low for a quick trade. ADA just broke under 50 cents. Wow. Is Bitcoin moving down? Is that what we're seeing? Holy. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. I'm getting alerts that I did not expect to get. I appreciate everybody tuning in for this spice stream. We're not going anywhere. I think it'd be, I don't know. I didn't think I'd be streaming today. Didn't think I'd be streaming for a marathon, but it looks like we're locked in. I mean, if these alerts keep going off, we're just going to keep being locked in. ADA back to June's low. Retesting essentially what was April and June's low of this year. 50 cents on the dot. Can still, it's weird. A lot of them have this setup. They can still be fine. Like a lot of them can still be fine. They just hold this, but that is a big wiggle area. That's a big area to wiggle. Like 27, 30% more down, 42 cents. Like you're still going low, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and you're still at a higher low all the way down to here, which is rough. But that's a solid uptrend. If you break here, I mean, things look like death, but it's a long way to go. It's a long way. I'm probably getting a million alerts right now. A jillion alerts right now as people are tuning in. Welcome, guys. Is this the end? The story, is it over? Does it go on and on until we disappear? Probably. I'm playing. 88, 50 cents and taking out basically the yearly low. I'm going to vomit. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's okay, guys. I promise it's going to be okay. You just need to take a deep breath. If this is your first ride on the rodeo, I get it. I get it if this is your first ride. I've just seen this happen so many times. So many times. What's weird, the results never really went anywhere, so I don't know what that means. What else? The end. This story's over, it goes on and on. Here we go, Bitcoin teetering on the fucking edge. Teetering on the edge. We've broken the low. Yeesh. We've broken the low. There's the alert. Here we go. Here we go. It's time, boys. We're here. We're all here together. That's all that matters. Maybe we should play The Floor is Lava. Is it that time of the cycle where we play The Floor is Lava? Watch out. The floor is lava. Let me find it. No copyright. Nero, The Floor is Lava. Here we go. We're going to put our first tune on of the stream. Let's start it real quiet. There we go. Watch out. Make sure you keep smashing the likes and subscribes. We're here on an emergency spice stream. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, I promise. XRP. If it's your first rodeo, buckle up. Buckle up, boys. We are back to the trend we bounced on. I'll take that. Watch out. Watch out. XRP. Volume down a bit. Yeah. This song is so old. It's a classic. Is that better? What did Trump do now? Oh, God. That's weird. On the daily, we have a retest of October's low for total. On the hourly, we have broken it. I don't even know. It doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make any sense. I told you guys, these time frames are, on some of these charts, are weird. Are very weird. I wonder if it's precision. It is lava, be careful. Where did that go? They keep changing this shit. Figure it out later. Floor is lava, baby. Papa John's is down 12%. Send it to 0. Send Papa John's to 0. Bitcoin dumping. Euphoria was amazing. I missed it. We just got rugged. Ugh. What's the reason for this crash? I don't know. It's because 2025 is a scam. The whole year is a scam. It's a scam. The whole year was a scam. I mean, for real. You don't understand why I have to play music. Unbelievable. Bro, we've been live an hour and we just played a total of 3 minutes and 14 seconds of music. Jesus. Jesus, you people. I understand, guys. I understand. I get it. I get it. Today is a weird day. That's what we opened up the stream with, is today's energy. I woke up and I tweeted that. Like, this reminds me so much of previous bull runs. Oops. So much of previous bull runs where we have had these events. We've had these, like, just super fuddy events while price went down, and they marked just the lows. Like, God, I hope this is true. It might be hopium, right? Here's a tweet. But it reminds me, anyone who was here for 2021, but really, like, I don't know, back in like 2017, 2020. Who remembers? This was just par for the course. Every single time. I can't even remember the FUDs anymore. They were Mt. Gox. They were China. Ooh, China's banning Bitcoin again. And it would always be like at the bottom. You'd have these big, intense days of energy where people would just be freaking out. And it's like, it just gets you to quit. I don't know. China FUD was like, yeah, it was like every 3 months. The Mt. Gox FUD, everything. The copium flow, dude, we're coping today. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it on in, boys. Come in. Hugs. Hugs for everybody. If you're out there and you're tuning in today, never seen this stream before, you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be live for a while. We ain't done here. We're doing our charity, our service work. I'll tell you, I want to do a charity this month, by the way. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. We're doing our service work here. We're live because I don't hide from you guys when shit goes down. I'm not a good weather influencer, boys. We've been here through cycles. We've been here through bear market bottoms and bull market tops. And man, I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not always right. But I'm here for you. We're here together. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's go. What did Trump do now? I love people asking that. What did Trump do now? I don't know. Thanks for the live. Thanks for being here, Tobes. Appreciate you, dude. What's up, Adams UK Adventures? What is Adams UK Adventures? Ah, Adam Clark. What's up, bro? It's so weird now that YouTube has changed us to the channel tags. Like mods come in and I've just never seen their names before. What's up, Beamtix? And it's like, who the hell is this mod? Is it over for crypto? Nah, Neoflex. It's not over for crypto. It's not over for crypto. Honestly, I still don't think that it's even over for this cycle. But it's possible. It's certainly possible. I don't think so, but it's certainly possible. But certainly not for crypto. No. Crypto will be just fine. It might test your patience. It might not be on the timeline that you want it to be. Very likely it won't be even. That's just the way it be. But it's not over. Dash coming down since we talked shit on it. 127 short looking decent. I should have put like a thing there. Oh well. XRP not having a good time. XRP breaking its low. Something tells me though that it's not coming back to this wick for a while. I don't think it's going back to that wick for a bit. Now only 13 cents above where I sold my XRP. Should I buy it back? Should I buy it all back? What do you think? It was only like, wasn't that much anyway. Dominance is moving up. We talked about that yesterday. Likely looking to fill this wick. Repeating something like February. I still haven't given up on the concept. It's just been so boring and slow that I just don't talk about it. I still haven't given up on the concept of a new high on dominance. I'll be real, I still haven't even given up the possibility of breaking 74. I still think it's on the table. What happens here is going to be telling. If we come up, real slowly, fill this wick, and then break our low, like I think dominance's top is in. While it's still doing this, I haven't changed my opinion. My opinions have not changed on most things in this space for a while. Thank God total crypto market cap on the lowest time frames have little wicks. Thank God. You're scared, Nick? Don't be scared, brother. The COVID dump, dude, that's the thing. If you've been in this game, this is like the least, it's just like not scary. It feels like it feels fake. I don't know. It's not real fear. It's like fear junior. It's like amateur fear. You beg me to look at Ethereum, I'll look at Ethereum. My bad. I'm trying my best here, I'm trying to be careful with what I say. Ooh, FBTC, oof. Whoa. Whoa. I did not see that coming. Interesting. Oh God, my Eth long. Oh no. Oh shit. Let me look really quick here. I think I still have that long open. I did take profit at all-time high. I apologize. Oh no. Oh no. You're not gonna be able to see it. Oh no. Backwards. Wow, that looks really bad. It's really hard to see. Either way, that trade was up like, I don't know, like 12 grand at one point. I took like 3 something in profit. And now it is up $380 unrealized. Rip. 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 Bear and liquidated. Litecoin 5% is like make it bear market. Don't worry, use the mirror perfect. It wasn't even the mirror. The phone just like the camera wasn't focusing right. Too much winning. Way too much winning. Holy fag. I thought I was so set when I longed this though. I didn't think I will agree. I didn't think that this was coming back into play. We definitely need to do some looking at Ethereum. Today's daily candle for Ethereum is insanity for this cycle. 11.5% down today. 3 more hours left in the day. I have this feeling. All right, guys, I'm going to be real. You've made it this far in the stream. I'll be real. I said this in our, our premium group. I think I might even said it in the regular Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, that I have a hunch, a feeling, a gut feeling today. We will see max pain, max fear, max spookadin, if you would say. Like the peak of this move's pain right into the daily close. 3 hours and 31 minutes. I think we will see the fear and greed meter hit maybe single digits, maybe single, maybe just like above double, like 11, 10, 11. And then I think we will bounce. I, of course, hope and wish and feel that it will go bounce and all-time highs will come by the end of the year. But at minimum, right? Let's like operate in where we are. Minimum, see recovery bounces. Moves to capture any kind of hopium or stop out any kind of new shorts before we can see lower, before we see lower delivered. That's my feeling. I've been wrong before. I've been right before. The government shutdown will end in Pump City. It's funny because the government shutdown originally was like pumping, and then, dude, let's honestly, is it even, are we ever going to open the government again? Is it just going to be closed forever? I wish I was joking. It kind of feels like it's just gonna, there's just like, nah, I'll just have it closed. What's really weird, and I can say this from a very privileged, I understand that place in life, I don't even notice the difference. The amount I've heard, the amount of times I hear Donald Trump in a day, I feel like has gone up. The amount of times I've heard about the government doing something that's like gone up since the shutdown doesn't feel any different. Just feels like it's all the same. I don't know, man. We're going to look at Ethereum in depth for those of you panicking, mostly because I have my long here and I got to say, I want to close it. You wish they'd shut down the government in the UK? The thing that sucks though, like we have to acknowledge this. So I'm joking about, it doesn't change my life. People have jobs in the federal government. Lots of people. In fact, the government is one of the largest employers in the United States, and those people aren't getting paid, and that is bullshit. That is bullshit. Especially combined with people maybe not getting their assistance and stuff for this. This is crazy, dude. It's gonna be Thanksgiving, and Jesus, I don't know. My heart goes out. I have such sympathy and empathy for people. I hope everybody's here is okay. We're looking at Ethereum for anybody tuning in. Lots of emotions going on today. I said earlier, I want to do some kind of fundraising for food to like feed people on Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys will be down. And I understand, like money is tight. A lot of people don't have jobs right now, or their government shut down, not working. I don't want people to donate. Like, don't donate to me now. I'm not collecting for you. I've got to figure out the details to do it right. But don't feel pressured. But people like myself and others who are in the position to donate, I encourage you to. Once we have it all set up, we got to do it right. I don't know how that looks. I'm not an expert on this kind of shit. So anyway, yeah, let's feed some people on Thanksgiving. That's wild to think they'll go hungry. So Ethereum is looking like garbage. It is threatening my long that I opened forever ago, and just like very, very trolling myself that I didn't close more of it. Thank God, though. This is another lesson that you guys saw me learn live, is you saw me take profit on that long at the all-time high. I had preached it. I practiced it. I show you. I followed through that. I should have been less cocky and I should have closed more. Instead of 12K or something, I closed for like a few thousand, but Stick to the plan. Another great example of stick to the plan. Every time you deviate from the plan, you regret it, because I have many times not taken profit there, because why wouldn't Ethereum go higher? And I could have just ridden this all the way back, full round trip to zero. Well, to zero on the position. Let's look at Ethereum. Here's some good news. Here's some very good news. What if I reopened that ℧? Do you guys think I'm a madman? Would I be a madman if I did that? What if I did that? I kind of want to. I kind of want to. No balls. No ball. Wait. Is someone instigating me? Saying I have no balls? If you say I have no balls, then I have to do it. I have a lot of money in that account. I've been winning trades. All right, a little bit of market order balls, maybe. Okay, the position is 18K now because I closed it. Should we open up like another 18K? Just market order it. Oh God, I'm such a chode. No balls. No. Whoa, I almost did it on Litecoin. Holy, I almost did it on Litecoin. That would have been such a miserable user error. Nothing against Litecoin in the moment, but just like to open a trade 10x on the wrong ticker is an idiot moment. My phone literally just died. You said daily close. You're right, Ben. You're right, but this. All right, so on Ethereum right now, on the monthly, you're testing the 𝐒𝐲 and the TK and the KJ. Like, this is it. This is where Ethereum like needs to hold or send it to 2,500. That's my opinion. My phone just died. It legitimately just died too. Like, I'm not even playing. Rip. Maybe that's a good thing. Now Litecoin will moon. Yes. Darn. That would get me good. If Litecoin mooned here, I'd really get taught a lesson. You're right here. This is wild. The KJ and the TK on the month for Ethereum is directly here, 3,100. 3,100. It's not every day that you get to long. Right there. Wow. I don't know if there's really any other confluence though. That's spicy. Ugh. Maybe I'll throw. Should I just? All right. I'll see if I can open it in a browser. Maybe I should just throw. Just throw it. There. Do it. Let your dreams be dreams. Okay. He didn't buy it, send it to the moon. That's the real answer. Is if I don't do it, maybe I shouldn't do it, so that everyone's dreams come true. What is my login for this? I have another phone. Many phones. I got too many phones. Look at these phones I have. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. I got a lot of phones. Hold up. I'm making a really bad decision, I think. So give me a second. God, this phone is so slow. See if I can log in. Wow, this is old. This is old. I don't even have it on here. All right, I might have to wait. I can't try. Ethereum at that monthly TK and KJ. Dude, I like a bounce there. I like a bounce there a lot. That is, of course, the worst looking weekly candle ever. Opened under the 20 and dumped immediately to the 50, but I don't hate that. I don't hate that. All right, let me keep going. Of course, our indicators look like hot garbage. Weekly, it looks like hot garbage. RSI, market cipher B, hot garbage. Underneath the 200-day, what a ballsy move. Ballsy. RSI is finally oversold. That's it. This is interesting. I never preach this. Never preach this when it comes to trading, right? Trading is not this, it just doesn't operate this way. But on the day, Ethereum right now is oversold at that monthly level on RSI. And this is the first time that it has been oversold since April of this year, since the exact bottom, 1400, when we went long live on the stream after going short of 4,000. We slayed Ethereum on this channel. Wild. Closed up here. What if I reopen? That's the bottom. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Ballsy. Don't even think, just take the trade. Well, I'm waiting for my phone to come back on. All right, my phone. Yeah. This is content. That's how I justify it for myself a lot. It's like, well, you gotta make content. Be the first trade I've opened in a while. Not a good idea. This is a bad idea. I'm gonna open it so we can do it up on here. Authenticator code. If you guys don't have 2FA, Google auth on all of your accounts for crypto, you're crazy. Logged in successfully. This is the right account? Question mark. There it is. What's also interesting is this is the exact entry for the long originally. Round tripped it. What do you think? Two FA on a token like Google Auth is not risky. Well, is one of the best you can do. Guys, please do not do this just because I'm doing it. This is not financial advice. I do not encourage you to do this with me. Never do with any of the trades I take. I'm thinking about it. Wait. Yeah, like 10K in this account. Should I blow it? I'd say insufficient. Oh, 18,000. You know, you guys should have stopped me, man. I was going to do 1,800 Ethereum. Imagine if that opened. I just instantly got liquidated. Such a bad idea. What's up, Thomas Ovavidia? Yeah, so we winning? Are you winning, son? I don't know, dude. I just did something very, very silly. I went to all the gains. Did a very silly thing. Please make your own decisions. Never blindly copy me. Nothing I do is financial advice, and nothing I do should ever just be blindly copied ever, because I'm a human and I make mistakes and I'm not perfect and I lose money live at times. But man, something about that, man. Nah, I can't blow the account. It's isolated. So the most I can lose here is like $3 grand. We got $3 grand here on 10x. It's a James Wynn sized position now, some would say. Tom Crown trying to go all in on Ethereum. So I got liquidated. I lost all my money. I lost all my children's money. Just in time for Thanksgiving. Now we're all going to be hungry for Thanksgiving. I didn't look at Dash BTC. This is catching my eye. God, when's Litecoin going to do this, dude? Litecoin has done this part of it. It's done that. Now, when's it going to do this? I didn't even look at Zec BTC. Interesting. Zec BTC also hitting resistance here on the day after hitting, I guess it didn't really hit resistance on the USD pair. Those are like 400. But surprise, surprise. The Zec BTC pair with a red day, and what is Zec BTC doing? Chilling. For the first time in a while, chilling. Dash, dude, this is something though. These BTC pairs, They are the secret old magics of trading. The old magics. Where are we at? It's just like anywhere resistance. Anywhere. Like 00163. 003. That's far. That's far up. I don't know. I set an alert. Screw it. I already discussed ICP pumping. I did go through ICP for a little bit. I checked it out. ICP was moving. Is it still moving is the question. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Uh-oh, Tom's gone evil. He lost the glasses and now he's evil. Shit. Can you imagine if I turned evil? I'd be so good at evil. I'd be like equally good at evil as I am at good, which is like very good. Very, very good. The best. I don't know. Whoa, ICP BTC. Okay. All right. This does look like it has a little room on the BTC pair. No bids. ITC BTC minus 99.92%. This does look better than the BTC or than the dollar pair. Did maybe hit resistance here. On the month, it looks like it has some room. What a downtrend. Then you look at it that way and you're like, well, maybe it's over. I don't know, dude. Ooh, there's no way I could have planned that either. All right, for these reasons, I'm sticking with my original thoughts. I'm sticking with the original thoughts. What's up, everybody? I see some subscribers and I've been just in my zone. I haven't even been reading chat that well. I apologize. I'm live for you guys today. Oh, that's weird. I guess when the stream disconnected, it like ended the stream on Twitch, maybe? Whatever. But yeah, there's some subscribers. Dania. What's up, brother? Beast Mind Power. White Vodka. Over on Twitch. If you're still over there, what's up, brother? We're at youtube.com/TomCrown. But you're welcome to chill on Twitch. What's up, James, Izzy, Rahul, Mihal, Bloxy? Who else is out there? Who else is out there that hasn't subscribed? Get in here. Join us. I'm going to look at Solana. We'll look at Solana. We're having a copium stream, you know? Like, when things are scary, sometimes we got to just got to come together. Be a little copium. Lean on each other for strength. That's what we're doing. You know I'm gonna be watching Ethereum now. I should have. I don't know who said it in chat though. I appreciate you. I should have waited till the daily close. My nips are rather raw right now. You're right. I should have waited to daily close like I said. I bet I get punished for that, but whatever. Lean on D's nuts, my friend. On to nuts. Clash. ADA is definitely worth watching now. It would be crazy if ADA held this. If it holds 51 cents here, like it would actually be crazy. It would be the third test, like quarterly test of this level. Quarterly? All right, not quite quarterly, but still wild. Wild. I think that there could be a long there somewhere. For the right maniac. Boom, April, boom, June, boom, here we are. We broke the low. What's that volume looking like? No, Ethereum, go up, not down, up. I should have just closed it, taken the profit, gone out. What I don't like here though is you're not really seeing large volume hits on the test of this level. You saw lots of volume when it sold off from $1 down 36% that week to 71 cents, big volume, and then relatively low volume on these hits. And we can't really factor in the current candle. That's probably going to be a decent sized volume candle because we still have 5 days out of 7. But I don't love that. I'd feel more confident if there was like big volume there. Now there is a large volume since November of last year. Volume is elevated largely. So price is in a bigger picture increasing with volume increasing. I am. Ondo, nothing in the books. What's up, Crypto Knight? How you feel, man? Final, this is XCal. No matter what happens, this is the final shakeout before the final shakeout. You're right. Solana, what's up, Fiego? Mark, Rectober, now Rectvember, then Rectcember. Rectmas. Rectmas is coming, boys. Don't you worry. For sure, Rectmas is coming. Ooh. I might look for stocks to bounce here. My butthole's puckered. I might look for stocks to bounce. SPX finally backtesting. Finally coming on down to resistance. If I traded stocks, I might get excited. I don't trade that shit, though I should. I feel like trading stocks for the last ever has just been like such easy mode. There's like one event where you get wiped out on shorts, and then it's just all long. Just long. But SPX coming back to previous resistance right here, 6,770, 6,762. Didn't quite hit there today. I'm going to put a very tight alert. That's what she said. I might look for a bounce. Wouldn't it be crazy if after today, after this really spooky day full of really scary events, lots of intense news, lots of crazy price action, wouldn't it be really weird if tomorrow just wasn't quite the same? What if tomorrow is just a lot calmer? All of these things going on today maybe don't really pan out. Wouldn't that be strange? This is a good sign. Total crypto market cap wicking lower or not, depending on how you look at the candle. On the hourly time frame, it's a lower low. On the daily time frame, it's a higher low. And so overall, it just is confusing. But a little wick going on total crypto market cap is a good sign for a bigger bounce. Take a look at these nuts. That's right. That's right, boys. XRP up a little bit. Get rid of this dash chart. Bitcoin. Look at that. Bitcoin traded lower minutes ago during the live. I guess that was multiple minutes ago. 30 minutes ago. Time flies when you're having a bad time. Wicked lower. And it did not nuke. Interesting. Wicked lower. Nuked. We're not out of the woods or anything, but interesting. The way that the vibes felt earlier, or even right now or today, would have led me to believe that it was going to nuke if it traded lower. Like an Ethereum, my Ethereum long. Son of a bitch. Let's check in on it. Not doing good. I think it actually is still like slightly higher than when I ordered it, but not much. Not very much. Oofed. Ooh, I should probably put a stop loss on that bad boy. Probably. Hold my dong. Please do. Check others on the weekly. Some horrible news coming tomorrow. I think the horrible news is coming today. I think today is the horrible news day. I think tomorrow is the relief, the pressure, the valve, the relief valve of said pressure. Strange energy today. Don't you feel it, Mikes? This is what I was saying at the beginning of the episode. Anyone who is a veteran of crypto and crypto trading, Bitcoin trading, we haven't gotten this. We haven't really had this cycle. Maybe there was a little bit kind of pre-ETF, a little bit. There was a little bit, I would say, in early 23. Like the U.S. government sold Bitcoin in February, and there was like a little bit of this. Like price went down, and the spooky thing happened. Someone was saying Ondo. I didn't look at it, but we haven't had it much this cycle. I'm feeling it. This round. This is just what we used to see. Price would go up, things were bullish, and then what? We would get these really scary, really convincing events. China bans Bitcoin. Mt. Gox coins are coming out. Maybe quantum computing and the Satoshi's wallets are moving, or I don't know, whatever. And this news would come out and it would always be at the exact bottom of the move. It would be this energy. God, I hope that's the case. Ondo does not look great. Look for 50 cents on Ondo. Hondo. Others, BTC. Others? Smithers. What news is there? That's a good question. You guys go. We have a whole. I don't know how many thousand people watching. Go out there and what's it called? Group find it. I can't use words right now. It's a good question. I bet there is though. I bet there's more than I'm aware of. But when I woke up, there was such a weird vibe about like the voting elections today. People like very stressed out about a guy winning or a guy not winning, and it seemed like both sides of this thing were like both stressed out about it. We had the CZ Aster Fuddy stuff earlier this week. We had the CZ pardon, which kind of was strange and caught everybody off guard. We still continue to have the government shutdown. Kramer today. Here's some news. Jim Cramer today said that we're in a bear market. What else is there? What else do we got? Getting jacked? I'm putting in the work, putting in the hours, man. Where's the shades? I don't know. I didn't feel like wearing them. You know, on days where it gets really spooky, sometimes we just need to connect a little bit more intimately. I just didn't feel like wearing them. But also, though, you know, it's a spooky day. So I figure maybe, just maybe I don't wear them. Maybe we connect a little more human to human. You can look me in the eyes, you know. I want you to know, here's the real reason. I want you to know that I'm not hiding from you. A lot of people are going to hide from you. A lot of influencers, a lot of people with audiences are going to hide from you now. I'm not hiding from you. I got nothing to hide. Never have. Never had anything to hide from you guys. That's like the core value of Tom Crown. Never have anything to hide from you. I'm here with you, man. I'm still bullish. I still think we have all-time highs this year. I don't think that we're in the bear market yet. But I'm not always right. I've been wrong in the past. I'm going to be here with you. I know that. I hope I'm right. I hope you're wrong. You want to look at, what was it about others? Influencers are wrecked too. Hopium, copium. That is something that you should be very aware of. Thank you for pointing that out. You should be very aware of that. Absolutely. And realistically, more wrecked than most of you guys out there. Take glasses off then. But what's the difference? You see right through them, buddy. They're probably more wrecked, guys. All of our money is tied to this space, pretty much. All of our investments, pretty much tied to the space. Our prospects of the immediate future, incredibly tied to how much people want to watch content. They're very wrecked. And they are no more less emotional than anyone else. So they're going to spout out their emotions. That's what it is. The death cross did not happen yet. No, but it's coming close. How's Clash doing? We can look at Clash. Others on the weekly. Okay. Just this others chart like this. I will admit I have not looked at it very much. I know that Cohen is a big fan of it. Why does this look so... Why is this so relaxed? This is really relaxed. It looks like the top 10 has taken the beating. Wow. Wow. It's up 40% from October's low. Good eye, man. M4K, man, good eye. That's wild. Head and shoulders, sure. I mean, you can definitely call about it. Head and shoulders here, left, head, right. You even had the break of the neckline, wherever you want to call it, on October. You're not underneath the neckline, so it's a little weird for head and shoulders, but you're right. High, lower, high. What's interesting to me, and this probably wasn't what you were getting at, is this. Look at that. Others is up 40% from October's low. You look at total, and total is at the exact same level. It either retested it or it's slightly lower. It depends on the time frame you look at. If you're on the hourly, for some reason, it's a lower low. On the daily, on the 24-hour, it's a lower low. But on the day, which makes no sense, it's a double bottom. You wouldn't expect that. What this shows, so we have to combine this with one more chart. When we combine this with Bitcoin dominance moving up, we can draw a conclusion. We can draw a very definitive conclusion. Because total is back to where it was and the dominance is up, we can conclude that it is not Bitcoin that is necessarily the bleeding here, though obviously Bitcoin is bleeding. When we look at others, so meaning excluding the top 10, with a such meaningful higher low, we can say that basically the top 9 are the ones bleeding right now, are the ones seeing the significant blood. They are losing ground versus Bitcoin, and according to others, they're losing ground versus their smaller counterparts, which is interesting. Now, it is to the downside. It's red. It's obviously not what you want to hear, not what you want, but this is showing a relative strength on smaller things. I would not expect that. Maybe their juice has been squeezed. Maybe their juice is squeezed. There's no more juice out of these little caps, right? What do you do when your coin's still listed? What coin are you talking about? Which coin? It depends. Depends. Usually it's not a great sign. Delisted from where? Delisted everywhere? I think there's a lot of questions here. But this is interesting. This is not what I would expect. Typically, I would look for these smaller caps to dump harder on an event like this. Now, we do see things like ICP. We did short it perfectly during the live right now. Damn. I should have taken that. It's down 10%. 10% during the live. Holy shit. From the entry. I mean, from the top, 13%. But 10% from the entry. We see things like ICP have rallied hard today. That makes sense. Zen hasn't. That's not it. Where is this Dash? I have so many charts. Dash is technically down right now. No, it's up slightly. Dash up. Zec fighting for a daily green candle. But what we're seeing actually is a weird, very micro, very zoomed in, like altish season kind of thing. Not season, but an alt moment. Little caps are doing better right now. The top 9 is clearly getting slaughtered. We can see that through others. Now, you could definitely make the argument that there's a head and shoulders here and that this is not very bullish overall. Yeah, sure. I mean, that is not wrong. That is not wrong. This looks like not good. The unfortunate part is this looks a lot like the total crypto market versus gold. That's not fun. That's not good. Because if this is a head and shoulders, then this is probably a head and shoulders too. Realistically, right? They're almost identical. I immediately thought of of gold versus total. You didn't actually even break the high here. I think you did. Gold versus total. No, you didn't. Didn't even break the high here. These charts are identical. So it is likely to me that the fate of alts, the fate of others, the rest of the market, excluding the top 10, which is key, critical in this, the fate of this is probably the same fate as this. Probably. Actually, I should check in on Pax G Gold, or Pax G BTC. What's up, Baba G? I see you, man. Matthew, Known Mature, Vicky, thanks for subscribing, fams. I'll turn that alert box back on. There you go. We're just chilling. We're coping together. We're going to make it through. We're going to be all right. Remember, a little disclaimer that is not large. Should have run this in the beginning. Here you go. Just so this is up at any point in the stream. Not financial advice. Make your own decisions. Why are these not playing? The one time I want them to play. Weird. It'll play them eventually. Oh yeah, I turned them off because on Monday we were getting like botted. Yeah, mad bots. Ugh. Ugh. Oh wait, no, we're good. We're good. Obviously this is trading down. But this is... We're still good. That low is still there. I've noticed that TradingView is doing a really bad job lately of organizing these. It's like organized by last modified, yet they're not in the right order. November, February, January, okay, July 2020, and then here's October of 2025. What? What's going on? Those are not organized. Those are not organized by time. Ooh. This is gold versus total again. I'm looking for the gold versus Bitcoin one. Is gold versus BTC? Is it this one? Because gold versus total and gold versus Bitcoin are different. This is not it. All right, this is my last attempt. I'm not gonna keep trying. This is so strange. Cool. Maybe this. This is probably it. Here we go. Woo. Woo. We're getting hella close here. Dude, the bottom like has to be in. It has to be. If it isn't in, things look cooked. Look so cooked. We looked at Bitcoin versus gold using this trend line that we've used actually for many things. Just applied it here. It did mark each test a bear market bottom. It bounced it almost perfectly on the 18th and has sold back off right back to the trend. Hasn't broken that low, which is thank God, but if it breaks this low, it looks so cooked. Whew. This is very similar to others, looking to others, or even total versus gold. The difference is Bitcoin did break all-time high versus gold. It's an important difference. When you look at others, no all-time high this cycle. You look at gold versus total, no all-time high this cycle. Bitcoin did. That is an important difference. But it has to hold here or things look really bad. Let's check back in on my ill-advised Ethereum long. For the moment, looks okay. And I will be happy about that for the moment. God. For the moment. That was crazy. That was not a good idea. Bitcoin still has not moved. 98K short bottom. Go for lower high. November 4th. More on Turkey Day. Hero. I don't know what you mean, but let's go. Alt season? When's alt season? Alt season. I did say that I think alt season is here one time during this cycle. Exactly one time. And that was during this. It added up. I think actually it was here. It was like late August when we rejected and moved lower. It did not age great. I mean, this is what we would look for in alt season, but it did not play out, at least yet. I'm looking for higher. As soon as that just like didn't play out, right back. Man, look at this shit. Can we actually just get a bounce, like a little bounce here? I think we have to wait till the daily closes. A lower high would be awful. Remember, the sell-off is never where I panic. The sell-off is never where I panic. I panic on the rally. I panic on the recovery. The recovery. You come back up. I mean, 110 might even be high for that. Come back up. I don't know, 106. You reject. That's where I feel it. I feel it when we start floating back up with very little momentum. That's where it gets scary. The sell-off. Every second during a sell-off, or even a pump for that matter, you're getting closer and closer to the reversal. Closer and closer. But once it reverses and it just doesn't give you that energy, doesn't convince you, that's when it gets shitty. That's when it's stressful, because it's like, wow, this might be big. This might be something bigger. Today I'm a moron. Same. We're all morons sometimes. Missed the disclaimer showed again, Dean. There you go. There you go. It's at the bottom of the video description. You can check it out there anyway. Oh, Solana, you're right. Trump's never going to be tired of winning. I almost typed in Trump. I mean, dude, this year has been a scam. I'm not even, bros, I'm not even talking. This isn't, you can make it political. I'm not being political. This year has been a scam. Everything about this year has been shitty. There has been nothing good about this year. And the worst part is it's not even just like this year feels shitty. It's like this year has made it feel as if we are farther away from things being unshitty. Because things felt shitty. Let's be real. Things have felt shitty since COVID. Since 2020, things have felt shitty. At least in 2021, there was this brief time of like markets going up and euphoria. And it's like the future could be better. And then it wasn't. That was a really brief time. This whole year has made us feel farther away from things being good again. It's been a scam. Really, we felt that way, I don't know, since like 2022. We've been farther and farther away. But there was a lot of hope that this year would be the start, or at least another brief period of that euphoria, and it just did not play. Did not play. This year's been a scam. Absolute scam. Solana versus ETH. Actually finding a little support there. Solana is actually gaining against Ethereum today. It's interesting. Solana versus Bitcoin, of course, as dominance is rising, is not. Solana versus Bitcoin, I think, is still destined for 001. Sure is taking his time. Taking his freaking time. Let's check in on where we're at. Definitely a rough place to be, seeing Solana hit 148. Bear flag playing out. Moving down to previous resistance. It's not good. This doesn't look good. On the week, you could be looking for support here. Even just for a bounce. Even for just a bounce of like 190. We tested this as support so many times. To see Solana, even if it trades lower, come back to 190. I think it's pretty likely. Is pretty good bet. There's probably even a scalp play there. According to the weekly, if we can't hold 150, we'd be looking at like 131. The 200 day, 200 a week. Look at Solana's 200 a week. $100. Yeesh. That's some FUD. Damn, getting farther away from the clouds. That's unusual. Unusual for coins, for any chart to get that far from its clouds. See a lot of confluence down at 100. Here's the reality of things. These charts look so bad. It's not just Solana. But look at this all-time high that we've all but forgotten about. All-time high rejected, broke to a lower low, to a lower high. Now, I don't know the future. Nothing guarantees anything's going to happen, right? But the closer you get to April's low here, the closer you are to a lower low off of a lower high from an all-time high, and things look really bad then. They look really shitty then. I hope that doesn't happen. I truly hope that's not what's up. This looks a lot like those other ones. It looks a lot like, I closed it. Son of a bitch. It looks a lot like others, except you don't get the all-time high. Maybe it looks like Bitcoin versus gold. Slight all-time high fall. Man. That'd be a bummer. I really hope Solana catches a bid. I really hope it bounces. I don't even own Solana at this point. Or maybe, I have some somewhere. I have like, I don't know. I have something. I won't say I don't have any, but it is not, it's not a big part of my portfolio. I doubt it's even 1%. But I still hope that this bounces because I know a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you have a lot riding on it. I know this was a very popular choice for newer people. You're at the 0.5. Here's my thoughts on Solana though. It may see lower. It could bounce here, but it will bounce at some point. I think the least likely scenario is that. I think it is very unlikely that you just see down to $100. Okay, I don't think that $100 is off the table for like over the next 4 years. If we're gonna get a typical bear market, $100 is probably very likely during the bear market, right? But regardless of moving there, I think that you will get opportunities pretty much no matter what. 190, this was such serious support. We took longs on this channel from there. To flip to resistance, I think would make sense to see sweeps of this liquidity. So basically this, I don't know what's going to happen. Bottom could be in, could go up to all-time highs tomorrow, right? If you are worried and you're in a bad position, maybe you should relax, make a plan, and maybe that plan involves looking for potential places to bounce to hedge your positions, whether that's taking profit, opening positions, whatever. Do it calculated. You want the plan made now. You don't want to be making it in real time. If you make that plan in real time, you're going to regret it. You're not going to do it. It's not going to work. The exchange won't let you log in. Your order won't go through. You'll get filled at the bottom or the top or whatever the whatever the opposite is. Don't do it. So it's never 313. I never said 313. I never said the words 313. What? What do you mean? I mean, even if I did, it's like not that crazy. It's 295. Did I say 313 of anything? I don't know. Or maybe you're talking to someone in chat. That's possible. Bitcoin's still teetering on the edge here. We did see it break lower during the live. It has not convinced us either way. Extreme fear, that's what I'm waiting for. So today, on the daily close, we will see Fear and Greed update. If Fear and Greed updates to like a single digit, I fully expect a bounce tomorrow. No, that's not it. Let's look at some other random stuff while we wait. This is interesting. Funding is really close to neutral. I would have expected this to be really negative. This is not really set up for a short squeeze. Unfortunate. We are in extreme fear, but we were. So this is extreme fear as of last night at 8 p.m. 8 p.m., right, is when it closes in 3 hours, something. Yeah. 21. We have traded significantly lower. We have broken significant levels on both alts and Bitcoin and total, every chart. I expect this to be significantly lower on the update. If this goes down to like 9 or 8, even lower, honestly, even if it's like 11 or 12, I think we see a bounce into the rest of the week. This would line up perfectly with what I was saying at the beginning with all the fear, all the energy, all the kind of FUD going on. This would be like the icing, the cherry on the cake would be to see like a crazy Fear and Greed reading. I'm very surprised that we're not set up for a short squeeze. It's very weird. Funding is very neutral. Open interest dumped with the dump. It is picking up a little bit here on the lower low. That's not great. Funding is still normal. Weird. Wow. Shorts absolutely just outnumber AF as outnumber crazily longs right now. Don't be fooled by these liquidation levels. People think, I don't know, there's some people who preach these as if kind of like the CME gaps, right? Like, oh, if it's there, it has to get liquidated. Meh. That hasn't really been that tight of a correlation. But it's something to look at. Gives you important levels. It knows where, it gives you an idea of where people will get liquidated or stopped out, where positions will give up, which is hard, attractive reversal levels for markets at best. This looks really thin. There is virtually no liquidations up, which means there are very, very little longs or shorts. Wait, what? What? I had to stop myself there. That's not right. Well, actually, that's true. There are very little shorts, but compared to longs, there's more. We just saw that on super charts. The reason we can say this is there's very little shorts simply because overall, open interest is down 21% from the high on October 3rd. It's not the lowest ever, but it is reasonably low. Actually, it's very low. October of 22, basically the bear market bottom, down 60%. That's very weird. Open interest is really down. We've barely even seen it kick up. We can turn this up to make it look, you know, to make a point if we want to make a point. Here we go. 94, 93, 94. Yeah, it makes sense. What you'll find is a lot of the times it's just going to be at the swing highs and swing lows. So it's like not surprising to see it here at 126,000 or the all-time high. It's not surprising to see it here at this swing low from May at 93. And it would have likely looked very similar right here at current price, but we already hit that. We already swept that liquidity. Right? No, 98, 97. Close enough. Close enough. Interesting. Face the wrath of Beaver Moon. Wick, I thought the super moon was coming. Check link map. I pulled it up briefly. The shorts definitely outnumber the longs there. The dollar. I didn't look at the dollar yet. It's not a bad idea. So I want to look at Monero. No. Do I want to look at Litecoin? Never. Do I want to look at Caspa? Caspa just nuked. Oh, wow. Caspa went right down to support. That is not good. 4 cents, dude. You lose 4 cents like at 3.2, and then it's just like look out below. Faster. My load. The dollar is what we're looking at. Dollar resistance. That'd be good because a lot of the sell-off has lined up. A little bit. A lot of the sell-off has lined up with the dollar rallying. October 9th. Yep. Right into the low, October 10th. Bounced a little bit. Kept them up. We broke through at the end of October. Dollar's still moving higher. Are we back to a Bitcoin crypto inverse dollar relationship? Maybe. Yeah, this is resistance. This, you got psychological 100. I think that the dollar reversing or the Dixie reversing would be a very strong sign. Would be a very strong sign for crypto to reverse. Analysis on link. We could look at link. I need more water. Wonder what the driver would be of the dollar gaining strength. Other currencies just dumping the bed. Certainly if the dollar continues rallying into 26, certainly it will reverse in May. Certainly. We'll see. Not paying Snap, making dollar pump. Hungry people, man, they're a liability. Got a bounce? All good, bro. Appreciate you sticking it out this long. Appreciate everybody being here today. It's a hard time. Today, I would love to be able to give you answers, to tell you the future, to lie to you, to make you feel better. I don't have the answers. All I was hoping today to do is to be here for you guys, to show you that I'm not hiding, to show you that we're going to be here. We're going to be here together, no matter what happens, hell or high water. Lots of people are going to hide from you. People who made you promises. I mean, I don't make promises, but we're not hiding. But I appreciate everybody being here. It's a tough time. This is especially for newer people. A lot of the things that they've been sold that people have convinced them were important or good investments or whatever are not doing great. So we're here. Just here to help everybody be together. I am losing my voice though. I mean, Link, I guess, has looked worse. Link Link is, in my opinion, very unlikely to be going back all the way down to $7.88 right now. We have seen some other coins do it, but none with like crazy sell-offs like this. Link against Bitcoin, though, does not look good. I would be eyeing a higher low somewhere. $0.0012. Crazy it bounced. Might have to wait for that. Yeah, I'm not really sure with Link what to do. A little more sell off. You'll get a nice bull div on the day. You're underneath all your daily moving averages. A little bit more sell off. Yeah, have a nice little bull div on the week. You're not there yet, but a little bit more. A lot of the bullish potential for Link involves a little bit more blood. Yeah, you might be already looking at bull div on the month though. It's interesting. $13, 13. Probably a good spot to be looking. I certainly won't be taking a position at 13, but not a bad spot to look. Here we go. Bitcoin back at its low, and my Ethereum long is sweating it out. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? We'll see. Back at the low. I barely asked you guys for anything this stream, engagement wise or whatever. Doesn't feel like the time. But if you could, make sure you've liked and subscribed. We've had a bunch of new subscribers, a bunch of new chatters. We're not going anywhere. You're going to see a lot of channels disappear. No matter what happens over about the next year, we won't. We'll be here. You're allowed to be a bear, you're allowed to be a bull, it doesn't matter. Make sure you subscribe. If you're looking for an exchange, I don't know, you're trying to long or short the market, our exchange partner, BYDFi, in the link below, pinned to the top of the chat. You'll get some bonuses, some goodies for using my link. Sign up, help support the channel. I keep wanting to look away. I keep wanting to take a break, but it's like, it doesn't want me to. It doesn't want me to look away. $2,500 votes on the poll. Let's go. Lips are chapped. Stop being a bitch. All right, let's go. Let's rock and roll. I like that. I like that optimism. Channels will go poof. Yeah, they're already poofing. We are very engaging. Good. We are cooked. Could be. Rip. Sui entry and you'll subscribe, Denise. Good market brains. I try. Yeah, we can't look at everyone's requests, unfortunately. Like there's just like too many people watching, too many requests. I got cooked. On Sui. We had awesome entries and we just got cooked. Thank God this one closed. Then we got cooked again. 150, 155, 150. There you go. There you go, Denise. Not financial advice. Please don't take anything ever that I say as financial advice. Just conceptual. I think a smart trader could look for a little more drawdown. Sweep the low of October 24. Sweep that liquidity. Maybe like 150. And then just look for a retracement bounce. You know, I'm not even saying moon. Just back to that previous support to retest and then decide. Pretty much just decide your fate then. Decide your future. What's up, Philly Skills? I see you, bro. Oh, my voice. What's up, Andy Dre, Avengers, Infinity Bang, Baddie. Ben's chair is here. What's up, brother? Angry Slipper, BGT 44, Barack to some deer, Suraville, Pando, Christopher, Corey Mack, Crypto Esquire, Crypto JNKZ, Crypto Sharknado. What's up, bro? Crypto Storm, David Brum, Denise, Drum Hop TV, Ellipsis, Gorilla Cookie, nice. Hendrick, Ian Logan, Jason Pate, J Constant, John James Power, Johnny Crypto. I see you, bro. King Sock, Lord Zeke, Low M3. We got a lot of people here today. I've had a lot of people the whole stream. It's pretty wild. I guess this is what we needed to get people back in paying attention. Spooky sell-off. What's up, Mia Fiat, Muse, Miko, Modi's, Mothball, Mr. Tweaky, Nico Greg, 9TY, Not Meme, Philly Skills, Randy Greer, Real Profit Paul, Rezanziari, Ruben Miranda, Sank Midiz, Sarah B. Fettel, Seedroth, Seth Shepard. What's up, Shep? Shar Gorlundi, JD Club, Pickle, Tim A, Tobbs for Doge, Tony, Up and Run, Wick, Xcal, Yaha Hyder, something. Probably missed a bunch of people. Here's 5 more memberships. Let's give them out. What's up, brother? We've been on for a while. Rough times for crypto. It is. We've been through them, though. This isn't our first rough time. Bro, when are we going to the moon? I hope very soon. Very soon. Please. Please, my family. Can we see alts go back to their highs this year? Sure. Sure. Yeah. Why not? Probably need Bitcoin to pick its ass up, though. I think it's likely into tomorrow. Look at the dollar. We did. We did look at the dollar. Dollar is dollaring, man. Someone said it's because the government shut down. It might be. I don't know. Crypto is a scam. I understand feeling that way. Fear the music has stopped, Mr. T. Stopped before. Daddy, can you please look at open interest? Yo, Daddy. I did pull up open interest before. It is rising. Open interest is rising now. It dumped with price dumping. Yeah, I don't even know how to look at it this way. Dumped with price dumping October 10th. This is open interest. With the dump, it dumped. Typically that means traders aren't agreeing with the move. Typically that means reversal when you see price and open interest not agreeing. However, we have seen most of crypto break its lows here today, and open interest is up a little bit. It's up a little bit. Typically that means that perp and spot traders are agreeing in the pump or in the dump. But overall, I think in a bigger picture, it is worth acknowledging that in general, open interest is very low. It hit its highest point right before the sell-off of this year. Open interest was its highest at the bear market bottom, which is weird. Which is definitely weird. And it just has not recovered. But then you look, maybe not. See open interest climbing into the bear market. I don't know. I don't even know how to interpret that. Oh no, Bitcoin. Oh no, Ethereum. No, my schlong. I took this live during the stream and it looks like I'm getting wrecked. I'm right here with you, boys. Bitcoin dumping lower. Bitcoin just broke again to a new low. When does it stop? When does it stop? Tickling these lows. That's not a lot of momentum. Weird. Would have expected a little more follow through. Bitcoin down again now. The second low for the stream. God, we've been live for so long. Been live forever. Second low broken during the live. We are now seeing a 99.1 on a Coinbase. Looks like Binance just... No. Binance 99.2. Ethereum is wrecking me. I'm getting a lot of alerts all of a sudden. Things are getting very spicy again, guys. Hype up the stream. Hype up the live. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Share it out. Buckle up. Buckle up, because my Ethereum long is getting wrecked. I should have waited until the end of the day. You guys were right. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, you're right. Getting riggedy wrecked. Ooh, how we feeling? How we doing? I don't love that this price action today looks a lot like this. Don't love that. Here we are, 99.2. It feels like we've gone so much farther, but we haven't. Steady lads, deploying more capital. Steady lads, God. No retail coming. Yeah, there really wasn't any retail this run so far. Panic selling, I think, is occurring already. I think we've already seen some panic selling. Panic selling will persist. Even if we go back up, it'll still persist. 97K scam wick for the daily close. I hope so. Please, my family. God. I feel as if like I'm just definitely getting stopped out on this. If I put a stop loss, I should probably do that. Probably not be an idiot. No, my family. My family on Christmas, no. No, on Christmas. Damn, that's a candle. If it would feel so bad to close this on this candle, though. Driving it home. Just driving it home. Like, to put this in perspective, Ethereum is down 14% today. On October 10th, it was down 12%. Remember how spooky that was? Now we're down 14%, coming off of a 7% candle. Like, way bigger. Whew. Where's my liquidation? See? I make bad choices too. My liquidation price, 2,850. Currently at 3,100. That's another 10% down, right? Yeah, it's another 10. I don't know. If this liquidates, I lose. Technically, actually, I'd lose 500, but I would lose 3,000. 3,000? Where'd this go? Did this not update? I would technically lose 3,000, but since I took like 3,000 of profit, it wouldn't. It would even out. 2,600. Did that not go through? It did. Then why did the margin not go up? Oh my God, you know what I did? I did 1,800, not 18,000. Is that what I did? That is what I did. I'm an idiot. I'm actually an idiot. I'm even more of an idiot for like doing it again. I really shouldn't have done that. I should have just been okay with that. Because now if it liquidates, now I lose 3,600 and now I would lose, yeah, I'd lose like $1,000. Overall, simply because I took profit at the all-time high on a little bit of this position. Rest in peace, me. Don't follow what I do. Don't take it as financial advice. Please don't. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Can let me suffer. More. Just how do you close a position on this candle? Like, how do you do that? How do you close it down? It's like opening a long when prices run like that. Like, how do you do that? if it's run upward. The inverse of that candle. How do you do that? 2 hours and 22 minutes. It's starting to feel as if we have 2 hours and 22 minutes more of blood. Should not have done that. I should not have done that. Because the worst part is it doesn't even change my liquidation, because it's like, I'm so stupid. It doesn't even change my liquidation because this position was originally opened at 3,100. And now it's like I just opened more at 3,100 on the way down. I guess I kind of just like threw back in what I'd taken off, right? Ugh, I'm not a smart man. I'm not a smart man. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Everyone's been waiting for a God candle. What about a Satan candle? Can I interest you in a Satan candle? Close it? Yeah. It just feels so wrong to close it. Like today's candle on Ethereum is already a bigger sell-off than October 10th. It's like 14-15% versus October 10th it fell 12%. Don't close. Don't close. Don't close it. Dude, you're so cool. Thank you, Bilal. Appreciate you. Don't close. Close. Don't be emotional. I don't know. Wouldn't it be emotional to close it right now, though? Like, really? I feel like it'd be more emotional to close it. I don't really feel emotional about it either way. I just find it, I think it's interesting. I think it's fun. It's good content, baby. If I have to lose a few $1,000s for good content, I guess that's it. What I will do, come the next daily candle, I'll close it. Maybe 29. I should have just placed the order there, though. I should have placed the order there and not opened it here. And then that way, if it fell, my liquidation will move down. Whatever. It's okay. That's okay. I'm not a smart man. You lost 25% of your portfolio in 1 hour. Jesus. Marco, I hope that wasn't leverage. I hope that wasn't leverage. I hope you just mean like spot. We'll be on Snap soon. That's the problem, Pyre. That's the problem, Pi Research Group. We ain't getting it. This is the worst time to not have Snap. The worst time. Marco says this is a rug pull. Jeez. Sell your shit in all caps. Oof. 35K, here we come. That's wild. That's wild. Looking for a 65% drop from here. That's wild, son. You're wild. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think we see 35K, but who knows? Lost the low on Binance, 102,000. Pump the dump. Play a song. I've been sitting here for too long. Ugh. Been sitting here too long. The things I do. Ooh, the things I do for you guys. The only reason I went live today is for you guys. I knew that you needed it. It's okay. It's not our first rodeo. We've done this before. Do it again. Who remembers this song?
They will fall as well. Death of Olympus means the death
Yeah, Poseidon. Throw it. To hell. Cheers. To hell. A true warrior does not hide. I'm not hiding. Olympus has fallen. Love this song. To hell, bros. Let's go.
Zeus should have kept you where you belong. No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you.
They will fall as well.
The death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare for your death, Poseidon.
Oh God.
Olympus, you have disrespected the gods for the last time,
There we go.
Kratos.
What are their chart?
Warrior does not hide. Leave the sea and face me.
Outer philosopher.
Greatness of Olympus.
Let's go. This from God of War or something. It could be. Most of those plays are mine. I don't know. I like this song. It's a cool song though. Oh, Ethereum, let's go. Little bounce coming in, a little green, baby. It just needed a little Kratos. Little Kratos. Please help our families. Thanksgiving is coming and I want to be thankful. What happened in the news? I don't know. What happened in the news? If anybody took this trade, holy, you gotta stop this before it plays something else. Hold up. No. Ooh, Ganja White Knight, that would be fun to play. I love Ganja White Knight. Love Ganja White Knight. You're up XRP. Here you go. Not a bad idea.